Look who was just caught by cops selling food stamps to buy heroin. Trump was right. When President Trump was campaigning for office, one of his promises was to cut down on wasteful government spending. And one of those areas of waste is most certainly in the food stamp and welfare programs. More often than not, people that are on these programs abuse the system that is supposed to help families who have fallen on hard times. Instead of using this generous program as a means to an end, most recipients stay on by committing welfare fraud, which was just proven when police officers discovered someone trading food stamps for drugs. For years, Republicans have said that the welfare programs need to be revamped to cut costs. Of course, as soon as those words are uttered, the left begins to scream that those on the right hate women and minorities. Naturally, that gets their lunatic base all fired up and nothing gets done. Now, our country is in crisis mode after spending more money than we have coming in. In order to right our potential financial crisis, Trump has promised to cut back on all wasteful spending, and part of that is in the welfare offices. For years, we have witnessed welfare leeches get on government assistance and then stay on them generationally. These people will often receive hundreds of dollars in food stamps and then trade them for other luxuries, including drugs. Which was just proven when 64 people in Pennsylvania were just arrested and charged with welfare fraud. The state inspector general's office has estimated that these leeches have cost the state roughly $285,000 by ripping off medical assistance benefits, food programs, and state daycare services. One woman, 25-year-old Dana R. Pryor, is accused of selling her food stamps online to purchase heroin. But, not only did Pryor sell her food stamps, but she also helped another person do the same thing. Yep, you read that right. Pryor instructed Tanya Keenan Mack on how to sell her food stamps for $100, which held $194 on it. The Facebook post read, "My food stamps at half price, I'm looking to sell them ASAP." Here is more from Penn Live. A Williamsport woman has received a county prison sentence after admitting she offered to sell her Access benefit card on Facebook. Tanya Keenan Mack, 37, this week pleaded guilty to charge of fraudulent use of a benefit card and was sentenced to 2 months to 2 years less a day in the Lycoming County Prison. She will be on probation for an additional year and must pay restitution of $194. Keenan Mack attracted the attention of authorities after she posted on Facebook a headline, "My food stamps at half price." The posting stated an Access card with $194 in benefits would be sold for $100. "I'm looking to sell them ASAP," the post stated. She was wanted at the time for violating her probation on a forgery charge to which she had pleaded guilty last October. The state inspector general's office earlier this month charged Dana R. Pryor, also of Williamsport, with assisting Keenan Mack with her Facebook post. Pryor also is accused of selling her own benefit card on February 18 for $106 and using $30 to buy heroin. The card she sold without the use of Facebook was used at 3 businesses, the arrest affidavit states. Pryor has yet to be arraigned because she is serving a 90-day sentence for contempt of court. She pleaded guilty March 13 to charge of possession of drug paraphernalia and was placed on probation for a year. She was charged with contempt because she told the sentencing judge under oath she was clean but then tested positive for drugs during a screen in the probation office. State officials say those receiving an Access card are told it is illegal to sell or transfer it, and if caught they could lose their benefits. This is the sort of abuse that conservatives have been talking about for years, and it needs to be stopped. When you have so many people being able to gain access so easily for welfare, this is bound to happen. Then when you couple that with the illegals that are flooding over our borders with drugs, this is bound to happen. It is also known that Philly has a huge opiate addiction issue in their city. As it turns out, people from all over the country are flocking there since it has the reputation to have strong heroin. So, you have people coming into the city and getting access to government assistance and bleeding the state dry. President Trump was exactly right that we need to get this sort of fraud and waste under control. Under the Obama administration, there was a boom in people applying for government assistance. Between the sluggish economy and the socialist philosophy of redistribution, we have seen millions of taxpayer dollars flushed down the toilet.